Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to today's SLP video update. Alright, so quick check right over here with SLP. SLP is making a little bit of a very cool, calm, collected movements, and I don't really think that SLP is in the mood to fall to the downside now. Do stick to this video update until the end of it, and I want you to do one thing. From today, I want you to watch the Bitcoin updates as well, because Bitcoin influences all the altcoins, and you cannot trade SLP without trading Bitcoin. So number one. Number two is speaking about SLP charts itself. If I remove every single drawing right now, we are on the verge of making an inverted hammer. Okay, so SLP right here, if you do close at the 520 today, or even the 518, between 518 and the 530s, if you close like this, you're putting an inverted hammer, and there's a good chance for SLP to actually jump back up to the 605 and maybe even go higher a little bit. Okay, so I'm not necessarily going to be bearish about it anytime soon, and I've already talked about inverted hammer on the Bitcoin channel in the Bitcoin update, so do check it out. I'm going to leave that video by the end of the video as well. Just watch this update before watching the video of Bitcoin as well. So let's go back to SLP here, and you can see that this is Bitcoin and you do have that inverted hammer, and I've talked about this one in detail and what is about to happen. So speaking of SLP, let's dive into the daily time frame, and there's a little bit of positive progress for SLP right now. You are finding some great support. You are still not losing support. I did talk about the bearish side of it, though. I did talk about the bearish side of it. There is still chance for SLP. Now let's talk individually about SLP. Okay, there is a chance still that SLP does break to the downside and continues to go to the downside. This still could be a bearish rectangle that I've talked about 2-3 days ago. I do have a video on the channel. You can watch it as well if you don't know about the bearish rectangles. But I'm gonna say one thing. There is a squeeze happening and there's a decision coming in, and that decision must happen by 1 or 2 days. Okay, so if I do remove the yellow lines here, you are going to get a squeeze, and potentially this squeeze could force SLP start to go to the upper side of it. So if you look at it this way, you can see that the prices are getting compressed here, and the prices are like some sort of a descending triangle, which is not a good sign. Descending triangles are not good. So if you're making that descending triangle, you're getting squeezed just a little bit. Do you see that? So the prices went down, came up, went down again, came up, went down, came up. There's only one candle and a room for 2 more candles to make a pop, maybe from here to go back up. And if you do go back up, you're going to go to the middle band, which is going to be the 557 here or the 560s, and potentially go up here to the 622 as well, which will be amazing. And that's something that you want to see by coming weeks as well. So from here, try to go up and go to the upside. So there's some sort of a free signal, so this wasn't a clickbait. I just want to tell you that GRT seems to me like it's looking to make some moves to the upside. So basically hoping for GRT to make some 20% gains. So what I'm going to say here is that this is an inverse head and shoulder, and guys, do your own research as well. I just would like to place a stop loss right over here at the 1600. So if it starts to come down, lose the 1600, then that will be a little bit bad, because this is your left shoulder head and the right shoulder. You're breaking out of it, you're coming for the retest, holding the retest potentially, and you're looking for this thing to go up to the 21, because today GRT is performing a little bit better. It's also on the gainers tab right now on the Binance at the number 6 gainers, so there's a nice good volume going on with the GRT. So it is what it is, not a financial advice, but it's a very low risk kind of trade right now for if you want to take the trade as well. Now let's go back into the SLP update here, and that's all in this update at the moment. So what do you guys think? Just let me know in the comments what's going to happen with SLP. But I'm looking for the squeeze to happen here. Can it break to the downside? I'm just going to tell you the technical targets. Could be that even it breaks to the downside. Now from there to there, if it does break to the downside, you're looking for SLP to come down to 475. So be careful, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.